Hi everybody, it's Danielle with Inspire Me to DIY, and I have got a great project today. I'm going to use mine for Mother's Day, but these really go good for anybody that gardens. And you don't have to be a vegetable gardener because you can make these for flowers also. I was looking around to see if I had one. But let's get started. What I used, and let's see if I can pick this up because there's no bottom to the box. But these are, see if you can see that, grade stakes, and you get these at Lowe's or Home Depot. For some reason, Lowe's had them for $6 and Home Depot had them for $3. So do the math. Unfortunately, I got mine at Lowe's, but there's no bottom to the box. And what these are stakes that you put in the ground throughout your property, and then you run strings and you in a level, and you find out the different grade of your property, whether it's going downhill or uphill. And it's kind of important when you want to make sure that water doesn't get in your house. So these are very inexpensive, already cut for you. The point's already there. They're a little rough. They have knot holes in them and they're a little rough sawn. You can sand these down if you want to. I chose not to because the roughness and all that is kind of like a cool look, and I really like that. What I did, excuse me, this shirt. What I did was I've used outdoor paint and I painted all of them white. So I have 5 of them here that I painted front and back and sides. Because they're going to be outside and in the ground, they're going to deteriorate if you don't protect them. Now you could use them and make them, keep them natural and put poly over them, or I just chose to use house paint because I liked them white. So once you have them all painted and yep, they're dry, is you print off what you're going to plant. And I used some of these are vegetables that I was thinking of, and I already have some cut out over here. Now I'm terrible at cutting out paper, and it doesn't really matter for this project, but I used my Firbon, F-I-R-B-O-N, my Firbon paper cutter, and I'll put the link to this in the comments because this baby is so great. I use it all the time. You're going to need that. You're going to need pencils, and you're going to need, well, I chose markers, but you can use, my hair's driving me crazy. You can use outdoor paint to do your letters also. And make sure when you do that, that you choose a font from your computer that is easy. Nothing worse than painting a really intricate design. I chose, this is called The Skinny, is the name of the font, and I got it free from Pinterest. I download a lot of fonts on Pinterest, but you have to do it on your laptop, not your phone. So, oh, you know what? And I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Let's hope nobody tries to get a hold of me during this. Yikes. I download a bunch of fonts because I do a lot of things in the Word program. So if you have that and you want fancy fonts, then go to Pinterest, search free fonts, and so many pop up. I bet I've got 50 fonts that are just for Christmas. This one I liked because it's a Rae Dunn font, and I would not use this if I'm going to sell something because it is her licensed font, but I like it because it's easy to read and so easy to write. So let's get started. I already cut mine. I know I already have these cut out, but I really want to do the pumpkin one. I don't know why, because I'm drawing little pictures that go with them, and you don't have to do that. That's just my preference. But pumpkins are so easy to draw, and so I want to do one of those. Line it up. Now I buy blades for my Firbon all the time. This little thing here is the blade. It pops out, you pop a new one in, and I think you can get 5 of them for like $3. And I get those on Amazon also, but I'm sure you can probably get them at Michael's or any place like that. Now, to put your lettering on your board, I am going to do what I call a poor man's carbon paper. I have done this since I was a little kid because we didn't have carbon paper, and Mom didn't want me messing with it anyways because it got all over everything. So I learned how to do this poor man's. Now, all you need is a pencil, and I have to explain these. You know, when you're walking along and you find pennies or nickels or all sorts of money, I know those people. They find money everywhere I go. What do I find? I find pencils. People just either drop them or leave them. I find pencils everywhere. So here's my pencil collection, and I have an even larger collection at my office. So I keep pencils and I use them. I am going to find where my lettering is. It's here and here on the back. So I'm just going to draw my lines there and there. And poor man's carbon paper is nothing but, move that over, coloring in the back side and getting as much carbon from your lead as you can on there. I have used this for a lot of my projects. Sometimes you have to be careful though, because sometimes it doesn't work. Like if I have done it on painted surfaces before and it for some reason didn't work, but on this project it really does. And I need my cheaters. Okay, just kind of line it up on there, and when you print out your words, make sure they fit. I had printed some earlier that was like that big and it did not fit. Now, oh, coffee pot's done. Now, if you want, you can tape this down so it stays, but I'm pretty good at not moving it around. And you're just going to trace along your letters. And you want to push pretty hard. Well, I mean, you can dig in so much that you tear the paper. Don't do that. But this carbon paper or the lead on the back from the pencil will then transfer to your wood. I don't know why. Sometimes I've had it not work on wood, painted wood, and I don't know why. Maybe it's the type of paint, because this being outdoor paint, it transferred just fine. But it's also a satin, so maybe it's like chalk paint or the matte paint that it doesn't transfer on. I have no idea. I just know that sometimes it doesn't work. Now you can hold the end down and pop up to see if it's printing. I don't know if you can see that, but it's printing pretty good. Okay. I have been trying to come up with all different gifts for Mother's Day. I have thought of gifts that you know, like spa gifts or self-care gifts with lotions and face creams and all sorts of stuff that I can make. And I've thought of the mom that's a writer. So that's why last week we did a journal and then like a little matching box that went with it for your trinkets. I did stuff for the cooking mom. So I painted wooden spoons. Make sure you don't use those for cooking because it's not food grade paint. And what was the other thing? Oh, bookmarks for the mom that's a reader. So I'm trying to do stuff for all different types of moms. And this is for the gardening mom, which is kind of what I am. Actually, I'm kind of all of those moms because I love to read, I love to write, and, well, no, I don't love to cook. I don't love to cook. My husband is an amazing cook, and I'm very grateful because I can cook, I just don't like it. That was such a blessing when we first started dating. I asked him, I said, do you like to cook? He, oh, I love it. I'm like, oh, keep her. Okay, I'm going to use, I have a bunch of Sharpie markers, all black, because I use them in a lot of things. And nothing worse than using a Sharpie and it starts to dry out and you're in the middle of a project. So I bought a big set of them. I have these glass jars. Believe it or not, my vitamins come in these. And I go through a bottle, I think there's either 30 or 60. So either a month or every 2 months I go through a bottle, and I can't throw the glass away. So I have these all over with pencils and markers and paintbrushes, and I should make like a white label to go on there. I think that would be kind of cool. All right, so I did my font, and it's a pretty simple font, so it's going to be pretty easy to copy. You can see it there. I know it's backwards. One of these days they'll invent a way to turn it around when you're live. If they have it, I don't know about it. So yeah, I'm hoping. All right, so you just go through, and what I did on my other ones is I traced it all once, and then I went back and made my lines a little darker. So I'm going to do that with this one. I love this font because it's artsy, it's quirky. I just think it's so cool, and it's easy to read. I have a whole lot of fonts that I absolutely love, but they're not easy to read. And so that's not something you want to use as a sign. It might be something you want to put somebody's name in, which would be kind of cool for like a place setting at your fancy table, or for like a tag with somebody's name on it, like on a Christmas stocking. I am always thinking Christmas, so forgive me. I know it's not anywhere near Christmas, but ask my husband. My whole life is around Christmas. I think I'm the only one in my family like that. Okay, see how fast and easy that was. So there it is in marker. Now I'm going to go over it a little bit, make it more of a bold. I don't want to put my hand across it just in case the marker's not dry yet. I don't want to smear it. So I'm just making it a little more bold, a bolder font. Okay, and it's a little tricky because this wood is rough cut, so it's bumpy. Yikes, so it's a little hard to get the font just right. Okay. It stormed so bad the last 2 nights. It was fine during the day. Like yesterday it was kind of gray all day, which is real unusual for Florida. But it was kind of nice because it's not something we get all the time. But then last night and today, even the wind is just crazy. But last night and the night before, man, did it storm. Which today is really nice. It's very cool. It's in the 70s. Just beautiful out there. I love nothing better than to sit out on my lanai when it's raining, because it's all covered. And just to sit out there and listen to the rain is glorious. I love nothing more. Okay, just about done. Come on. And then now I'm going to draw my little picture on. And you can draw it with the pencil and then erase it. There it is. So I'm going to do that just in case I screw up with my marker. All right, I'm going to turn it this way and put my pumpkin. So when it's in the ground, when the stake is in the ground, you'll see the pumpkin upright. Now, if you're not one that can draw very well, then by all means, print out a picture and copy it on there just like I did with the words. Having a computer and a good printer for me is pretty important because I use it a lot for my projects. If you don't have one, hopefully you can draw because it's kind of difficult without. I should have made this pumpkin bigger. I am going to make it bigger. Bigger than my drawing. So I guess I really didn't need to draw it on. Okay. Super simple. I love pumpkins. Okay. Oh, let me connect my line there. So here is my pumpkin stake, and there's my little pumpkin. So when it's in the ground, it looks just like this. 15 minutes, y'all. 15 minutes. So now I gotta make another one because that was only 15 minutes. But let me show you the ones that I've already made. I have a really beautiful azalea bush that my neighbor gave me. So I have that. It's backwards. But look at my flowers I drew on there. And then I have pineapple plants because I live in Florida. So there's my pineapple. And there's all three of them drawn. So let me pick one that I think I can draw. I have peppers. Peppers are kind of like a pumpkin when you draw them. Peppers, beans, corn, cucumbers. See, these are the ones I've already done. Let's do tomatoes, because that's fairly easy to draw. So here's my tomatoes. Oh, paint's a little sticky on there. It's very humid today. Reason why I'm messing with my hair so much is because the humidity from all the rain. It is what it is, but dang, it is not easy to control curly hair when it's like that. In fact, some days I don't even have to look outside. All I have to do is look in the mirror to know what the weather's like. One thing you'll never find in my house is, what is it, that shampoo that volumizes? Makes your hair bigger? You know. And I feel bad for, both of my kids have my hair, so poor people. All right, so there it is. There's my poor man's carbon paper. And make sure I line it up there so it's not going off the edge. Very simple font, easy to do. I had picked another one, I can't remember the name of it, but it was all cursive and it was really cute. And I thought, if I have to go and draw all that, that would not look great. So I went with what was easy. And if you've got great handwriting and you can make your letters big enough, try freehanding it. Nothing makes it any more personal, especially for Mother's Day, is if you freehand your letters. But I'm doing mine for those people like myself that handwriting is not my forte. Okay. Perfect. What do you think? I think it turned out great. So let's do, I have a blue marker, but I'm thinking no. So I almost grabbed it. All right, do my tomatoes. I think these will look so neat out in the garden. I was also thinking if you leave it natural and do the lettering in like a sagey green and then maybe outline it with a little, the lighter white so it shows up, I think that would be really stunning. But I think any gardening mom would be really happy. Now, if you have a mom that just has houseplants, which not just has, but has houseplants, you can do this same thing on the larger popsicle sticks, and she can put them in her pots which would be perfect. And I think I like to grow herbs, but I do it in pots. And I think that would be pretty cool. It's funny, I don't cook, but I like to grow herbs. I'm sure there's a correlation there somewhere. All right. Almost done with this. And I'm making the font a little bigger as I go instead of going over it twice. I think when you do projects and you do a couple of them, you get a little bit more confidence. And you're like, you know what, I can do this all in one step. So I'm kind of there on this one. I can't wait to put my azalea and pineapple ones out though. I'll do that and I'll take pictures later today. So you can see it. All right. There it is, yay. Let's see if I can draw a tomato. Right. I'm gonna do it with a pencil first. So it's just a kind of a circle, but kind of off-centered circle or off-shaped. I think that looks good. Because I don't think I've ever seen a tomato that's perfectly round. Okay. And kind of looks like a tomato. You know what? I'm going to color in the greenery that would be at the top of the tomato. Maybe that'll make it look more like a tomato. Okay. There. There's my tomato and there's my picture of a tomato. Okay, that looks like a tomato. Hey, I'm loving it. So let's see if I can hold up all of these. There you go. I think the pictures really make it cute. I love these. And 20 minutes and I did 2 of them. So you could make a whole garden full of these for your mom. I think she would absolutely love it. So if you like this project and you want to see more projects of what I do, hit the little follow at the top. If you're already following me, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like, you have no idea how I appreciate it. I would love for you to put comments in here or on any of my posts. I love talking with all y'all. So I hope you have a great day and I will see you next week. Bye.